Hello, my friends, it's Johnaroth, and today I am starting a new segment on my channel that I'm going to periodically do. I'm not getting rid of my Brawl content. That is still going to continue. This is in addition to my Brawl content, where I'm just going to talk about cards that hopefully can make you and I just better Magic players in general. Today, I want to talk about Mox Amber and why that is one of the most overplayed Magic cards I have ever seen on Arena and in Paper Magic. I do want to be clear, Mox Amber is a good Magic card, but Mox Amber is a card that I just have seen a lot of people put in their decks and then they don't use it properly and they end up losing games because of it. So if you're not familiar with Mox Amber is a zero cost artifact that will give you 1 mana of any color that is tied to your legendary creature or planeswalker. So when you get out a legendary creature or legendary planeswalker, it will give you whatever colored mana that is. So there are a lot of instances where Mox Amber is a good Magic card. For example, on my screen here, I have a Ragavan deck. I have Mox Amber in my Ragavan deck. Why is that good? Because Ragavan is a legendary creature that I can cast on turn 1. So if I have Mox Amber in my hand, I put down Ragavan, I cast it, and then I can put down my Mox Amber, and I've got 1 additional red mana that turn ready to go. It's good. That's an instance where it is good. But I do see a lot of people play with Mox Amber where Mox Amber is not good. If there are no legendary creatures on the battlefield, no legendary planeswalkers, then Mox Amber does nothing for you unless there's some sort of artifact synergy you want to go for. It literally does nothing. You have to have a legendary creature or a legendary planeswalker on the battlefield. So in certain decks, for example, if I have a commander like Nietzsche, who costs a ton to get onto the battlefield, and I don't have a ton of legendary creatures, it's more of a control build, lots of spells, those types of things, then Mox Amber, I'm not putting that in my deck. It's not going to benefit me. It's a bad draw to get into my hand. And once I put it on the battlefield, it does absolutely nothing. So I do want to caution you about using Mox Amber in your decks. Make sure you have cheap legendary creatures or cheap legendary planeswalkers that you can get onto the battlefield in order to benefit from Mox Amber's ability. Even if you have a commander that costs, 5 or 6, Mox Amber is probably, by the time you get out that commander, are you going to really benefit a lot from Mox Amber at that point of the game? 1 additional mana? Probably not. The other thing I do want to mention about Mox Amber is if you're planning on using Mox Amber in paper real Magic, Mox Amber is an expensive Magic card because it is good in the types of decks that I just outlined that benefit from it. So you're talking probably upwards of $50-some for a Mox Amber as of the time of this filming. That's the price. And when I first saw Mox Amber, it was like less than a $10 Magic card. It's gone up a lot. So I just wanted to kind of talk through Mox Amber and why I've seen people lose or misuse Mox Amber. I would not put Mox Amber in your decks if you don't have cheaper legendary creatures or planeswalkers that are going to benefit from it. So just wanted to make a quick video kind of talking about this, a little bit of a different format, but just to give a tip to people who are thinking about putting it in your deck or not. You could always try putting Mox Amber in a deck, and if you find that it's basically being a dead card for you, you're drawing it and you really aren't getting any value out of it, then I would take it out. If you do get a lot of value out of it, then keep it in. Anyway, this is Johnaroth just kind of going through my thoughts on a Magic card that I think is way overplayed. I would love to hear your comments about this card, or if there's another card you'd like me to give some analysis on, please post a comment down below. Again, this does not take the place of my other content, but just wanted to give my thoughts on something that I see that hurts a lot of players on Arena. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.